Alright, welcome back to Bitty Bats. Happy graduation to all of you cats out there that graduated. One of these days, you can do this with your degree. Oh, that's too fucking funny. Yeah, so this is my Orange Coast College cap. I'm not sure where my gown is. I haven't worn that since I graduated. The cap I'll throw on every now and then for kicks and giggles. Alright, you guys, let's jump into week 10, which took place on Memorial Day. We had a full lineup last weekend. We're back to regular action, just like one game per team per week. So, New York took on, the Yankees took on the Red Sox in my fantasy game. They actually tied their game, those two teams. The Yankees beat Baltimore. Actually, they lost to Baltimore by 1, and Boston lost to Chicago by 1. So that ended up in a tie. So the Yankees have been tying people all summer long. Well, part of spring too. The Yankees are now 4-4-2, and Boston is now 5-4-1. So then you have Minnesota going up against Pittsburgh in the fantasy league, fantasy action. So this game, I had mentioned that Minnesota might be on the hot seat. I figured that if a team dropped to 4-6, they were pretty much done. So that's what happened to Minnesota. They lost their game to Houston 16-8, and Pittsburgh actually beat their opponent, the Diamondbacks, 4-3. So Pittsburgh wins, Minnesota loses, Minnesota drops to 4-6. But there's a rub, something like that by Shakespeare. So then you had KC going up against Detroit. Let's not get ahead of myself. Let me finish up the fantasy games. So then you had San Francisco going up against San Diego. San Francisco lost their game by 3 points in that great game where Hunter Strickland beans Bryce Harper and the bench is clear. That was fun. I posted a video on that. But the Giants lost, so that sucks. And then the Padres actually won their game by 3 points over the other Chicago team. So congrats, they beat the Cubs 5-2. So San Diego wins, the Giants lose. So then you had Seattle going up against the Mets. Now, I did say that if the Mets lost this game, they were done. And that would have been true, but the New York Mets, they beat Milwaukee 4-2. Seattle only beat Colorado 6-5. So they had a point differential of 1, and the Mets had a point differential of 2, +2. Congratulations, Mets. You survived. You move on to 4-6, but you at least survived, right? So they were 4-6. Minnesota's 4-6. Seattle's 4-6. So I'm thinking, dude, who do I eliminate? They're all 4-6. Well, it turns out that in the head-to-head matchup between KC and Detroit, KC loses. Now they're 4-6. I didn't even know Kansas City was like in jeopardy of being eliminated. So Kansas City drops to 4-6. Detroit moves up to 6-3. So I'm sitting there with the dilemma. I have 4 teams at 4-6. Do I eliminate all of them? Do I let them play another week? So I let them play another week because I'm a nice guy. So, but I do have results for week 11, so stay tuned. And just to cover the LA teams, the Angels lost to Atlanta 6-3. The Dodgers lost head-to-head to St. Louis. No, actually, they beat St. Louis 5-1. So the Dodgers, they had been on the hot seat for like weeks. They were like 1-5. And then now they're all the way up to 5-5. So they won 4 in a row. So congrats to the Dodgers. However, I did say I have Week 11 results. Stay tuned.